Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So, before we even touch the on-screen drama for the week of June 1st through the 5th, we have to talk about some massive behind-the-scenes news. Big news in the writer's room, you guys. Apparently, Ryan Quan is coming back to Days as a co-headwriter. He's going to be writing alongside Jean Marie Ford because Paula Quickly is retiring. And honestly, good for Paula. She's earned a break. But I am so intrigued by Ryan coming back. If you've been following the show for a while, you know Ryan worked alongside Ron Carlivati during his 7-year tenure as head writer. He was Ron's story consultant. And Ryan was actually on Days of Our Lives, working in various roles behind the scenes for like 20 years in a writing capacity before he left to go to General Hospital last year. He's been working as a breakdown writer over at GH. I mean, 20 years is a lifetime in soap years. So this could be a really invigorating change in the writer room. But, and this is a huge but, we are not going to see the effect of this for another 10 months. Because of the show's ridiculously lengthy tape-to-air delay, it's so frustrating. We hear this great news, fans on social media get all hyped up, and then we remember we have to wait almost a year to see what Ryan and Jean Marie actually put on our screens. I'm tired just thinking about it, but still, it's good news for the long-term future of the show. Anyway, back to what's actually happening on our screens right now. Brady and Belle are digging deeper into the mystery Stefano left behind. A few episodes ago, they discovered something really interesting about the chess set that Marlena got in the will. The chess set that she absolutely did not want, of course, because it came from Stefano, and literally nothing good ever comes from Stefano. Even from beyond the grave. The man is causing headaches! So they realize a pawn is missing. The pawn, John Black. What else are they going to learn besides the fact that a pawn is missing? Are they going to find a hidden map inside the pawn? A microchip? Knowing Rolf, it's probably a microchip. It has to mean something about John. It's the anniversary of his death, and I swear, if the writers are hinting that John is in one of EJ's resurrection pods, I will scream. I will actually scream. But that's not all Brady is dealing with. Brady might also find out that Sophia was baiting Holly online to say those horrible but true things. I'm sure since the police aren't really looking into it properly, Brady and Black Patch are going to start looking into the digital footprint of what Sophia did in her last hours. And that might also lead them straight towards Kristen. Which would completely make sense for the gun that they found. They said there was no way a teenage girl should have been able to get a hold of a weapon like that. Well, duh. Who gives a teenage girl a gun and tells her to go commit crimes? Kristen DiMera, that's who. I swear, Kristen is just out of control right now. If Brady connects the dots and realizes his psycho ex gave a teenager a gun to go after Johnny, the fallout is going to be nuclear. I can't wait, honestly. So then we have Jack, Jennifer, and EJ Devereaux. Casey Moss is back, which is always nice to see. They are going to go visit Abigail Devereaux's grave. I'm sure Chad goes along as well, though Chad is currently super distracted by Cat Green, but whatever. It's been 4 years since Abby was stabbed to death by Clyde Weston. 4 years. And there are still so many questions because they don't even have her remains. Jack and Chad exhumed the grave, and it was empty. Empty? Just dirt. I'd honestly be thrilled if EJ revealed on Abby's deathversary that he's got her in a person pod. Just think about it. EJ's already hiding Lexi, he's got Rolf running around in the basement. What's one more resurrected family member who actually believes this is going to end well without someone else waking up? The fans on social media have been begging for Marcy Miller or Kate Mancy to come back. Just give us Abby back. It would fix so much of Chad's messy storyline right now. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. We need her back. And speaking of JJ, he might be officially hired as an EMT again, which is great. because the boy needs a job and some stability. And he might wind up as a partner to Javi. It's going to be an interesting dynamic. JJ has been through so much trauma himself. Maybe he can actually be a good friend to Javi. Which brings me to the absolute mess that is Leo Stark. Leo may turn to Marlena again after he sees Javi in love with Gus. Leo he just doesn't get it. He cannot take a hint. Javi is trying to move on, he's got a new guy, and Leo is just obsessively stalking him. He's like a mosquito that just won't go away. But Leo going to Marlena for therapy? Yes, please. Marlena has the patience of a saint, but dealing with Leo's delusional romantic obsession is going to test her. I mean, what is she supposed to tell him? Stop being a creepy stalker? He won't listen. He never listens. But it'll be hilarious to watch. I just hope Javi gets a restraining order at this point because Leo is unhinged. Let's pivot to another complete disaster, Gabi Hernandez. Plus, Liam is going to be packing to leave now that Gabi got his parole sorted. She literally bribed him to leave town and stay away from her daughter. But I highly doubt Ari's going to let him go without explaining. Ari is a smart girl. She's got that Hernandez fire and that Horton stubbornness. So, will Liam confirm that her mom, Gabi, bribed him to leave Salem? Oh, you know he will. And Ari is going to explode. Gabi she just never learns. She constantly makes these terrible, manipulative decisions thinking she's protecting people, and it always blows up in her face. And now she's trying to get back in Theo's good graces after accusing him of leaking her secrets. Gabi is a mess. A beautiful, entertaining mess, but a mess. When Ari finds out about the bribe, Gabi is going to lose her daughter's trust completely. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Gabi. No, actually, I'm not. She brought this on herself. Now for the storyline that is honestly just breaking my heart. Chanel and Johnny discuss the pros and cons of chemo while she's pregnant. It is so heavy. They are sitting there dealing with this malignant breast tumor and trying to figure out how to save Chanel without hurting the baby. Surgery makes sense. It's targeted. But anything more invasive that might affect the baby would be a hard sell for Chanel. She is so protective of this pregnancy. She's already been through so much. And Johnny is trying so hard to be the strong, optimistic husband, but you can tell he is terrified. He almost burned to death a few days ago thanks to Sophia, and now his wife has cancer. The writers are really putting them through the ringer. I just want them to have 5 minutes of peace. Is that too much to ask? Probably. It's Salem. Happiness is basically illegal in this town. And speaking of peace, there is zero peace at Abe's house. Lexi should be out of the hospital soon, but is Abe really going to take Lexi home to the place he was living with Paulina? How awkward is that going to be? Lexi has been dead for over a decade. She wakes up, her husband is married to someone else, and now she's supposed to just go home and play house in the same living room where Paulina's throw pillows are? Abe is so torn. He loves Lexi. She was the love of his life. But he built a whole life with Paulina. And Paulina is just suffering in silence, packing her bags and stepping aside. It's actually really noble of Paulina, which isn't a word I use for her often. But Abe's feelings for Paulina are totally going to get in the way of his reunion with Lexi. It's going to be a messy, emotional train wreck, and I am absolutely here for it. Lexi is going to feel so displaced. Finally, let's look at the law enforcement side of things. Eli may assist Rafe and Kat with the ongoing EJ investigation. Eli being back in town is so good. He's supporting Lonnie, who is dealing with her mom's broken marriage and her sister's cancer, but now he's also jumping into work. Rafe and Kat need all the help they can get because EJ is a slippery snake. He hides everything behind smug smiles and expensive suits. And Holly, Oh, Holly may need a lawyer very soon. Amy Choi is on a complete rampage. She wants Holly charged with manslaughter for cyberbullying Sophia. And honestly, considering Sophia faked her death or got bashed by Kristen, whatever the police actually find out, Holly is taking all the heat. Amy is out for blood. Holly is terrified, crying to Sarah, kissing Tate in the square. She's a mess. If Justin doesn't step up and get her a good defense, she might actually end up in jail for something Kristen did. Justin needs to pull off a legal miracle. And wouldn't that just be the most Days of Our Lives thing ever? A teenager goes to jail while the actual villain sips champagne in a mansion. Classic Salem. Alright, that's enough ranting for today. I need a nap.